What up? Um, Another quick video today. I've been working on, okay, it's kind of complex, but for those of you who use Claude Code at all, basically there's this thing called the claude.md file, and it's basically the system prompt for all of Claude, and so you can update the Claude MD. It's like when you go into your settings in the AI menu and it's like, what preferences do you have, or how should it answer you, or whatever, it's that. But there's a sub Claude MD file, it's project level, where basically inside of a folder, it will always do a certain thing. I guess a better way to describe it is, I have a folder on my desktop that is all of my iOS apps. And in that folder, I have a claude.md file that basically walks through all of the design principles, like the shadows, the animations, and everything, like including code and everything. So every single time I put a new app in that file, whether I'm editing an old one or creating a new one, it's basically hyper aware of what it's doing. So instead of going from scratch of, hey, make me an iOS app, it goes and looks up Swift UI documentation on Apple and then just sends it. It's very structured of, this is exactly what the border should look like, the coloring, this is how the gradient should look. And basically the results are like 10 times more accurate, more sleek, and less AI looking. For those of you who might be familiar, there's this, it's like Claude skills. And so in Claude Cowork, you have skills, and there's a skill called the taste skill. And basically it's the same thing except for websites. And so when Claude makes websites, it has taste, or it basically is trained on the best practices so it doesn't look like AI slop. This is the same thing except I'm making it custom for myself. And so the way that I'm doing it is I have a prompt basically to make a certain iOS app for gym, since this is what I'm doing anyway. And I'll plug it in and I'll see what the AI does good and what it does bad. And then I'll go into a whole different instance and update the claude.md file, which is the system prompt. And then I'll try it again and then fix what's wrong, try it again. And so I'm just iterating in a loop, and gotten to a pretty good place where I can pretty much plug in anything and it looks like legit. So working on that because systemizing, but that's pretty much all I got around to doing today. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.